guys, so I decided that I wanted to talk about why comic books should be used for entertainment for adults as well as children, and why they should not be restricted to children alone. Now, a common argument that people use when they try to say comics aren't just for kids is they talk about mature content of certain manga or different graphic novels. Since I am only talking about why comics should be used as entertainment for adults as well as children, I will not be using that as an argument, but I have a lot of other things, so I don't even need to use it. Okay, let's begin. So, when someone tells a story, they have many different ways of using it, or many different mediums to use, rather. A lot of times, in regular novels, authors are able to use words to describe what's happening in their story, and you can envision in your mind. But a lot of these are open to interpretations. Everybody's different pictures that they have in their minds differs from everybody else who reads it. Even if the author is very descriptive, there's still never going to be exactly the same picture in your mind. That being said, when you look at fine art that people painted, the artist can make you have a particular picture in their mind of the characters they want to portray or the setting, but the story that comes out is always interpreted different. Even if the artist explicitly explains, that's a hard one to say. Even if the artist explicitly explains what is happening in the picture, everybody will still have a little bit of a difference about what their visualization of the story is. That being said, comics allow a very interesting way for writers or artists to be able to express their story. It not only allows them to have the written aspect that books do, and they can describe things in every way that a book can, but they also have the artist rendition, so they can make sure that you see their particular story in the exact way they want you to, which is very useful for many authors, especially if there's something particular they want to display that they really can't if they only write it in a novel. So I definitely think that's a reason why adults should be able to use comics as well. There can be a lot of different stories that would be very useful to have. So that's definitely something many of you might already know, but I have my degree in psychology. And also, when I went to graduate school, even though it was for computers, I read a ton of psychology articles because my research had to do with something called cognitive machines, which is kind of like taking different psychology articles and trying to come up with algorithms of different pieces of your cognition. I don't feel like explaining the whole thing, but I had to read a lot of psychology articles. And some of these articles talked about sensations and perceptions, and different things happen to your brain when you read than when you maybe watch a movie or different things like that, or when you do math. And all of them help basically build up your brain to make you more intelligent or be able to build you up in different ways. And what's very interesting is comics are able to have an effect that allows you to kind of stimulate your brain in different ways than a regular book can do, which is very healthy for you. So that's a very good way, or a very good reason why comics should be used in adult entertainment. So number 3, they're just fun to read. I mean, honestly, reading a comic is better for your brain than it is to just watch a movie, because you still are using some imagination, and you really are reading too. And you're able to appreciate the art. So kind of gives people an incentive to a gateway into the world of books, which I think is something that's needed in today's society. Okay, so a lot of this kind of tags on to number 3, but a lot of writers and artists really do some great work, and when you are able to kind of open up the market, it lets these artists and writers be able to be recognized. And I think that's very important. If we stop buying books and comics and everything, then really art kind of is limited. People who deserve to be recognized aren't recognized, and I just really think it's something important. So, yeah. Okay, so those are 4 reasons about why comics should be used as adult entertainment as well. If you guys have any other reasons, you can put them in the comments below. Please comment, like, subscribe, and visit the Facebook page as well. I will see you guys in your next vid. In my next vid. Bye-bye.